Hi guys, welcome to another Tez Talks. Today it is rainy. It is very rainy. I am talking about body image and nutrition, and my history with that, and kind of where I am now and that journey. I know I've talked about this before, but we had a bunch of people ask whether we would kind of delve deeper into that. So, as a woman who never even paid any attention to what my body looked like growing up as a teenager, it was kind of a shock to the system to be thrust into an environment such as Hollywood, where there is a lot of focused attention on the physical appearance. And I remember a female agent telling me when I first got there, it's a part of your job description is, she's able to act and she looks good in front of a camera, including her body looks good and her face looks good and she looks youthful and her skin is clear, and it's just a part of what I had to do to be in the film industry. And I didn't understand that at all. I was like, don't I just act and pretend to be a different person? How come I have to look a certain way? And why do I have to look a way that is someone else's idea of what beautiful is? I didn't understand that at all. And in fact, as a 23-year-old, it sounded really scary, and there was a lot of pressure. Mama, do you mind grabbing him for me? I'm just doing a Tez Talk. Thank you. Maybe give him to Auntie Bar if you need. My little man is upset. Hi. Mama, you can just pass him to, thanks Auntie Bar. So, gosh, that's quite shocking for a young person to come from, in Adelaide, where I grew up. I never went to the gym. I never thought about what I ate. I just kind of ate what I felt like eating. I didn't know anything about nutrition. I found all of that kind of talk very boring. And my body was my body, and I could run, and I was able-bodied. I was very healthy, and I felt very content. I just didn't think about it twice. It was who I was. I looked the way I looked, and that was it. It was more about making friends and my personality and making people laugh, and it was just a more simplistic way of moving through the world. And it's funny, I now look at girls, teenage girls especially, 14 through 18, and I see so many women, I come across so many of these teenage girls really sitting in a place of judging themselves physically and thinking about their flat stomachs and trying to look a certain way and be skinny, and how to get rid of acne and various things. And I don't know if it was just me and the people I was around, but none of that stuff was ever focused on in my high school. We didn't really care about how skinny we were or what diets we were on. I mean, I especially didn't. I think we definitely focused on our clothes and what kinds of fashions we were wearing, and if we were wearing the cool jeans from Sass and Bide and whatever, but the actual focus on the physical wasn't so prevalent. And I guess it took me many years, or maybe 3 or 4 years, to just understand that I needed to come back to a healthy place with it. I needed to return back to that simplistic way of looking at myself when I was a teenager, that this is my body and this is what I've been given. I'm going to treat my body well by eating healthy food choices and exercising and getting enough sleep and drinking water and all those things that we hear about all the time. But mainly I was going to be good to myself mentally too, embrace my body and its lumps and bumps and the fact that I have no hips and I'm very straight up and down, and cool, that's my body. That's just what I've been given. And I don't have a flat stomach, and I don't have a Victoria's Secret's model's body, and I never have, and I don't aspire to have that. In fact, I really just aspire to feel comfortable in my own skin and celebrate who I am as a being, and just nourish myself with healthy foods. So it was a long journey for me. When I first got to Hollywood, I was so triggered by these comments, and I remember this agent commented on my bikini body. There was a paparazzi photo of me in a bikini. I didn't have a totally flat stomach. I was very small, by the way, very little. And there were some comments about me being untoned and a little bit out of shape. And so she suggested I go to the gym. So I started going to the gym. And then, of course, I really got addicted to the gym. And I was only 23, and I'd be going to the gym 6 days a week. I'd have one day that I wouldn't go to the gym, but I had zero treat days at all. I would eat the cleanest food you can possibly imagine. I wouldn't have... So there was a huge list of foods that I just wouldn't have. And everything was incredibly clean, low calorie, but I had a lot of food, so I didn't... From the outside, I don't think any of my friends and family saw anything apart from me getting very skinny, but they saw how much food I was eating. They didn't realize that that's not healthy, to be so obsessive surrounding food that you're counting calories and that everything is in the purest form. I wasn't having any hearty foods at all. And, I lost my period, I got acne on my forehead, my hormones were all over the place, and it was just really sad. And unfortunately, I have a lot of girlfriends in the industry who have such an unhealthy relationship with food and their bodies. And I think a lot of people see actresses in magazines and on red carpets, and they're not seeing the struggle behind that, the struggle behind fitting into a dress that's a size 0 and made for models on a runway. And I'm a woman with boobs, I'm a woman with a bum, and when I was younger, I was so impressionable, and it was a really challenging thing to have to stand in front of a mirror and have a stylist try and fit you into clothes. And if you don't fit, just taking that hit to your self-esteem was really hard. And luckily, it was only a few years of existing in that kind of headspace until one day I was just like, fuck it. Life is far too short to worry about this. And honestly, I'm meant to be portraying real people. I'm not a model. That's not my job. I'm an actress, and an actress is portraying real kinds of people. And guess what real looks like? Curvy, short, tall, tiny, overweight. That's real. That is real. And so I get to represent a woman who has big boobs, and a woman that has a bum, and a woman that has cellulite, and a woman that doesn't have a perfect body. And guess what? That's awesome, because those women should be represented too. And that's what made me feel okay with it. So that's my own personal journey, and I love my body. I love that my body has birthed 2 babies, and all my little scars and bumps and imperfections are unique to me, and that's what I love about them. And I love my children see them, and all they see is mummy that they love, and that makes me feel amazing. And so for anyone watching this who's having issues with your body or the way you see yourself, please love yourself. life is too short, guys. It really is. You're a beautiful being. Treat yourself with kindness and respect and love. And this is it's just our skin. It's our skin. And really what matters is, are we being good to ourselves? Are we being loving and compassionate and kind beings to other people? Are we happy? Find our presence. Find our present place and find what inspires you. And I think that if we can lean more into that headspace, we wouldn't have so many of the problems that we face today. And I just want you to feel empowered and feel strong in the skin that you're in and excited about who you are, because you're beautiful. And yeah, that's it, guys. All right, I love you. Keep shining. Mwah. See you later.